ladies and gentlemen. Please confirm I'm being heard and I'm also being seen.
Yes, we can.
Fantastic.
Yes, we can
Yes,
see you and hear
we
you.
can see and hear you.
Good afternoon, everyone, once again. What a bright, hot, and sunny day it is in Lagos, Nigeria. Right. Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to become a medical doctor, a career I had become resigned to. However, I soon realized biology wasn't my thing. I couldn't even draw to save my own life. My love for seeing life in ones and zeros meant that I quickly pivoted to an engineering major. Oh, how I love engineering and automation. And very soon I found my way to electronic commerce and payments at its onset in Nigeria. Yet, after several firsts across Nigeria and the African continent, whether that was in EMV or e-commerce and so on, I decided it was time to move into products and sales. Pioneering innovation had come at significant cost. And on November 30th, 2015, I resumed my first job in the banking industry. This was the first day of another dawn in my own career. A new dawn signifies a fresh start, a burst of light and freshness, something we're all familiar with here at Toastmasters. And regardless of your objective or joining us, today offers a fresh start. It's the dawn of a new idea we wish to explore, the dawn of overcoming our fear of public speaking, or the dawn of refining our communication skills with each meeting. According to Eleanor Roosevelt, with each new dawn comes new strength and new thoughts. And so to you, our returning members, let's use this dawn to reignite our passion for communication and share our knowledge with fellow Toastmasters, offering constructive feedback as well as celebrating each other's triumphs. To those who are new amongst us and to the intending members, welcome to the dawn of a new adventure. This is your opportunity to conquer those fears, build confidence, and become a captivating speaker. And we will be here to support you every step of the way. And so together, as we embark on this new dawn, let us make this meeting a shining example of the spirit of Toastmasters and the power of communication. Thank you, everyone, and let's have a fantastic and a fun meeting. Over to you. Please, can you flash on the screen the profile of our TMOD? I'm going to be introducing to us the person that is going to steer the affairs of today's meeting. She's been a one-time president of this club, the pioneer president. She's someone we're extremely proud of. Sorry, just give me a sec. Okay, I want to make sure that I do this a lot of justice. So it gives me a great pleasure to introduce our Toastmaster of today. All right, I need to call her full name the way she has written it. Okay. We know her as Toastmaster Oluwatoyin, but she is formerly Oluwatoyin Bolajoko Braimo, a corporate strategist and innovative leader with over 7 years of experience in product and proposition development. She's worked for a top financial institution developing products for women entrepreneurs, and she's managed corporate sales for a leading medical diagnostics company. In 2023, Oluwatoyin graduated in international marketing from the Robert Doddin University in Scotland, where she was the best graduating student in our cohort. During the 2023-24 academic season, she also served as the student president of education and welfare at the same university, advocating for students and initiating projects to combat food poverty, as well as extend fee deadlines for international students. Our efforts earned our nomination from the Black Scottish Awards and the Alliance Awards. She currently works full-time at the same university as the Student Engagement and Partnership Officer, where she's helping the university to create a positive and impactful learning experience for its students. She currently lives in Scotland with her husband and is passionate about making a positive impact. Her favorite quote is, "To thine own self be true." And so, ladies and gentlemen, in being true to ourselves, let's give our Toastmaster of the day a rousing LEARNTOR round of applause as we turn the virtual lantern over to Toastmaster Oluwatoyin Bolajopo.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. President, for that exhilarating and resplendent introduction. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It's so good to be here, or like I say, it's so good to be home with my fellow Toastmasters from LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club. As I was rightly introduced, I am the charter president of LEARNTOR Toastmasters. However, so many great things has happened since that time when LEARNTOR was initiated 3 years ago, established 3 years ago by our beloved and lovely, innovative Toastmaster, Mercy George Igbafe. Today, it's a new dawn. It's a new beginning. And in the words of American writer Steve Maraboli, a new day, be open to see opportunities, be wise enough to be grateful, and be courageous enough to be happy. Yes, so let's start with the courage. Be courageous enough to turn on your cameras. That's the first thing. Be courageous enough to show us your beautiful smiles, because today is not like any meeting you've been before. I want to see those love. Yes, that's Mr. Lasimbo. I see you. I see you.
Are you sure you want to see me, Madam Tiomodi?
I want to see you. You are always looking resplendent. You're always looking radiant. You've not dropped your skincare. Oh, you see, I knew she was going to be somewhere. She was going to try to see that being beautiful. Already beautiful. Let's turn on our cameras. Let's make the room lively. I know it's a virtual meeting, but nonetheless, we should be able to interact one-on-one. It's okay if you're in a place where you are unable to turn on your camera, we understand. But if you can't permit us to see you, Toastmaster Craig, I saw you in a flash beat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, it's a beautiful one and it's going to be exciting. I wouldn't take so much of your time because I have so much planned for you. Nice to see you, DTM Harriet, all the way from Canada. Hi, Toastmaster Salamatu, all the way from the United Kingdom. It's very warm in the United Kingdom. That's why all of us are bringing out our short sleeves and our very light clothing, because we don't know when it's September again. We are back to our cold, cold winter. So we're enjoying it while it lasts. Nice to see you, Toastmaster Olem, Toastmaster Ifyok, nice to see you. Welcome, everyone. And those who are not on their camera, it's still lovely to see your names. Today, I'll be sharing this meeting, and it's going to be a different one. I'll let you know when we're going to be playing some games today. I won't tell you what games yet, but the games will only be played by those on camera. Yes. So I'll let you know when it's time to play those games. However, I'm not the only one who will be handling this amazing new dawn meeting. I have a team of highly efficient individuals who have been preparing for so long to make this meeting the talk of the town. I have them here to make sure that the meeting matches everything in terms of quality, in terms of the interactions. They are here to make sure that this meeting makes one of the best meetings ever. And leading this team of highly efficient individuals, highly effective leaders, is none other than our own general evaluator, DTM Harriet. who I'll be introducing once I see the yes. DTM Harriet, described as a superwoman and a woman who wears many hats, is a perfect example of finding a need in the community and filling it. Her students know her as a powerhouse role model who makes being genuine the most powerful thing. DTM Harriet is a four-time best-selling author, turning point expert, chartered professional accountant, football official, top 28 Toastmasters world champion for public speaking semi-finalist, and an ultra marathon runner. She is the CEO of the award-winning social enterprise Empowered Me Inc., whose mission is to inspire and empower youth to reach unlimited potential. She describes her life as moving from tragic to magic. You would agree with me that indeed our general evaluator is indeed a superwoman, because how else will she, at what time? I need to check to tell you the time she is on right now. She's probably 10 a.m., I think.
No, actually, it's not that bad. It's actually 8 a.m. now.
Yes.
Not bad.
She's doing our meetings by 2 a.m. sometimes at time.
Yes.
She's doing our meeting by 1 a.m. at time. She's always there. She's a superwoman. Day and night, once she hears the call, she comes like a hero in a shining armor and swoops and saves the day, which is why I am so happy that she's the one leading today, because that team being led by a superhero will do nothing more than the extraordinary. Over to you, Toastmaster DTM Harriet, to tell us how your team will lead us today, ushering us into a beautiful new dawn. Over to you.
Wonderful. Thank you for the introduction. I feel I should have my cape on. Quite often when I think of you, our TMOD of the day, I actually quite remember her speech that she did a convocation about an egg, a potato, and coffee. So I've actually used that, and I give you the credit. I know it's been spoken by others, but I always say, I heard this speech from this amazing Toastmaster, and she inspired me. So I share that message. So thank you for that speech. I still remember. Anybody here who has not listened to it, it's on YouTube. You can Google her and you'll get more likes that way too. Anyway, on to my role. I am going to be a general evaluator today. Absolutely honored to be on that role. But I can't do this on my own. As our TMOD mentioned, I have a tag team with a listening evaluator as well. So I will first introduce our timer today. May I have an introduction? Do I have a background so I can brag about Toastmaster Razak? Or do I just introduce him as is? I'm not sure what the protocol is. Yes, good. I get to brag about you, my timer. So Toastmaster Razak is a seasoned graphic designer and a brand strategist. He helps people and businesses thrive through compelling visual communication, branding, and marketing strategies. He currently, just as of now, works with a prop tech company as a senior communication and tech associate. He's a big deal. He also joined this Merit Toastmaster in 2019, and hopefully he'll join our club as well one day. He served as a secretary and VPE. What's more, he is an incumbent president of Merit. Oh, this is good. Toastmaster Club. His high sense of humor, which we'll hear as we go, earned him his first place trophy in Division F 2023 humorous speech contest. So my friends, he is funny, but he'll be a timer today. And his favorite quote is, whatever is worth doing at all is worth doing well. And that's by Lord Chesterfield. So timer, let us know what your role will be today.
Oh my God, I feel on top of the world with such an excellent introduction made of me, our general evaluator. Thank you so very kindly. Fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, good afternoon. It is afternoon here in Lagos, Nigeria, so permit me to use that language. My role as the timer this afternoon is one that is simple but very important. If I would be allowed to share my screen. I like to share this quote, which says, there is no such thing as time management. There is only self-management. Why is that? Because as human, we have no control over time. What we have control over is how we use the time. So my role as the timer is to assist us to manage ourselves within the time allotted for each of the speakers. So I'll be using some timing cards to perform my role. Seconds. As you can see on my screen, please, can you see my screen? The meeting today is classified into 3 parts. We have the table topics, we have the prepared speech, and we have the evaluation segment. For the table topics, each speech is supposed to last between 1 to 2 minutes. When a speaker speaks for the minimum required time, which is 1 minute, I will change my background to green. Just as seen, when it is 1 minute 30 seconds, expect to see my background change to yellow. Then when it is exactly 2 minutes, I'll change my background to red. The table topic speaker has 30 seconds to quickly round up their thoughts. For the prepared speech, today we are having just one prepared speech, which is going to last between 5 to 7 minutes. When the speaker speaks for 5 minutes, I'll change my background to green. When they speak for 6 minutes, my background will change to yellow. Then when it is 7 minutes on the dot, my background will change to red. That means they have only 30 seconds to round off their speech. And for the evaluation segment, each evaluator has between 2 to 3 minutes to evaluate whatever speech. When an evaluator speaks for 2 minutes, my background will move to green. When it is 2 minutes 30 seconds, it will change to yellow. And when it is 3 minutes, then the dreaded red card will have to come up. I want to encourage you to kindly and quickly round off your evaluation when you see the red card. And that is how I'm going to help us to manage ourselves during the course of today's deliberation. And before I'm called upon to give my reports, I want to wish us a smooth ride at today's meeting. Thank you for the opportunity. And it's back to you, our General Evaluator.
Wonderful. Thank you, TM Razak. And just so you know, we're already behind time. So I don't envy you being a timer today. So you have to really keep us on time. Now, my next helper is our grammarian, and that is Toastmaster Craig. And I do have his bio here in case it's not being presented. Oh, there it is. I hope it's the same one I have. All right, our grammarian today, to make sure that our grammar is correct and we're speaking as we should, is Toastmaster Craig. and he is an English doctor and a communication coach. He facilitates a monthly speaking clinic for children and communication development programs for career professionals as well as organization. He graduated with distinction as the best student in English. Glad I was not in his class. During his postgraduate studies at the FRCN Training School in 2009, as well as 2016. Wow, this is good. Craig also worked for Galaxy Television plus TVC as a presenter before he forayed into the world of communication. So that's where he got his experience. He's also certified to teach English worldwide by the International TEFL Training Institute. And I think I'll hire him to do that here in New York School of English, USA. Besides, he is the author of the best-selling grammar book entitled Elevate Your Expressions. It's on Amazon if anyone wants to get it. Just throwing out there. Interesting, he's also 2021 District Speech Evaluation Champion. Well, Craig, you got the virtual stage.
Distinguished Toastmaster Harriet, thank you most kindly for the eloquence of your words. You are indeed a globally acknowledged icon of rhetoric. The first line in that emotionally charged speech delivered by Mark Antony in the play Julius Caesar, authored by William Shakespeare, was, "Lend me your ears." Accordingly, my mentors, my leaders, my friends, lend me your ears. The role of the grammarian is indispensable in a Toastmasters meeting because using proper grammar and proper pronunciation will make us sound and appear more knowledgeable and more credible to our listeners or audience members. As a consequence, my sole responsibility is to provide insightful evaluation of our use of sentence formations and phrasing and pronunciation over the course of the meeting. My second responsibility is to widen our mental lexicon or dictionary by sharing the word of the day. What is the word of the day? This word is an adjective and it enters the vocabulary of English in the 15th century, according to the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. The word is resplendent. What does it mean? Extremely impressive. Synonyms are brilliant, gorgeous, dazzling, excellent, and the like. Not the likes, by the way, and the like, or and such like. I would love the person to correct that later on. And the like, or and such like. Example, please have a resplendent day, and I trust that we're going to listen to resplendent pieces of orations today. I will encourage all of you to incorporate this word into the DNA of your sentence constructions. I will provide an insightful report during the evaluation segment of the meeting. Until then, it's back to you, our globally resplendent speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Harriet Tinker.
I'm already having a resplendent day already. Thought I'd throw that in so I can at least have one in. Now for our next, one of my next helper is Toastmaster Ifiak. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. If I didn't, please correct me. Did I say it right?
Yeah, you did. You
oh,
did.
good.
Right.
Good. My phonics work well then. I'll introduce you as well. I'm not sure if we have your bio. It's not there. So let's, oh, there it is. Oh, it's short and sweet. All right. Her bio is, she is the VP PR. Oh, first of all, let's brag about where she works. She works in the energy industry, something we really need today. She's also a VP PR of Garden City Toastmaster Club. And her mantra is right believing brings about right living. Oh, I like it. Never heard of it. Not sure if you made it up or it's a saying. She also loves listening to music, sleeping, and resting. Thank you. You got the virtual stage, our counter.
Thank you very much, my general evaluator. That was gotten from, my mantra was gotten from a book. I can't remember the author's name. Yes, right believing leads to right living. Good morning, LEARNTOR Toastmasters and guests. Greetings from Garden City Toastmasters Club, all the way from United States of Port Harcourt. Yeah, you heard that. Okay, I'd happen to be your R counter for today. And as your R counter, my role is simply to take note of unnecessary use of words and sounds, such as the unnecessary words are and, like, but, well, you know. Well, the unnecessary sounds are why do we need to do this? It's simply so that we sound confident as we speak, or we come off confident to others as we speak. Now imagine that you went to a hotel and you asked the receptionist, where is room 5? And you get the receptionist saying, well, just go down the aisle, take your left, the second door on your left is the room. Now, another responder would say, go down the aisle, take your left, the second door on your left is the room. Of course, the second person would sound more confident to you. So that's why we need to eliminate those R sounds. And that's just what I'm here to take note of so we can improve better. And when I'm called upon at the end of the meeting, or when I'm called upon, I would give my report on how we fared during the meeting. Let's have a resplendent meeting. Thank you. And it's over to you, General Evaluator.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. Now, my last helper is the listening evaluator, who is very excited to be on virtual stage. Let's see what her bio is. TM Salamatu. Your name's so easy to pronounce. I like it. All right. Our listening evaluator is a lawyer, advocate for justice and equality, who is passionate about improving others. And she'll improve us by letting us know how we'll do as listeners. She's also a member of this club, where she served as a sergeant at arms and is currently serving as the VP of PR. Nice. Our focus this year is to get things done. And she's going to get things done by telling us what her role is as a listening evaluator. You've got the virtual stage.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the warmth of your introduction. And a resplendent day to all of us on the call today. It is a new dawn, and hopefully we'll take advantage of every new day in our lives and make the difference to our benefit. So my role in today's session, I would be the listening evaluator. And listening is an integral part of communication. To be an effective communicator and a great person, you have to listen well. So my role is to take account of how well we've listened in the course of the meeting, and I'll be back to give my report. I wish all of us a resplendent session. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Wonderful. Thank you for that brief introduction of what your role is. Now go back to my timer. Right now we're 10 minutes behind, and I'm not sure what your call is on that, but you will let the Toastmaster of the day know what needs to be done. But just point of information, we are 10 minutes behind. But I'll give the virtual lantern to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Olawatoyin.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator and a team of extraordinary superheroes. Thank you for telling us exactly how you're going to make this meeting a resplendent one. Congratulations to all the role players. I look forward to seeing you be your best. Now we are going into a session that I love so much. And I know that a lot of Toastmasters also do love it. For the guests, you'll find out soon enough if you love it or not. We are going into what we call our table topics session, where we speak extemporaneously or off the cuff, like you say. And to usher us into this dawn of extemporaneous speaking is none other than our table topics master, Toastmaster Olem. If I could please have Toastmaster Olem this profile displayed on the screen, that would be I'll be most grateful if that could happen. But I can see Toastmaster Olem ready to take us into the table topic session. I love her smile. She reminds me so much of my mom. My mom has a gap tooth, and I always make a joke about it, saying, "You gave me everything I ever wanted except your gap tooth. Why? Why? What did I do to you, mom?" So Toastmaster Olem is smiling in a beautiful gap-toothed smile. She is an industrial hygienist and management systems auditor, pardon me. She is the vice president education for Pecten Toastmasters Club. She loves volleyball and acquiring quirky things. Toastmaster Olem, you would love to tell us what is the quirkiest thing you've ever acquired. Our favorite quote is, "My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive and to do with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style," from Maya Angelou. Over to you, the resplendent and amazing Toastmaster Olem.
Yay! Thank you so very much, Toastmaster Oluwatoyin. That was a very beautiful introduction. And it kept me smiling all the time. And say hi to your mama for me. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I am your table topics master for this meeting, and I have one responsibility. That is to facilitate this segment. In this segment, guests and Toastmasters have the opportunity to practice their impromptu speaking. As I always like to do, I like this section to be quite engaging. So I take out all the serious stuff, right? And then we get to the bubbly part. Our theme for today's meeting is the break of a new dawn. And we all agree it's the break of a new dawn. We just did the change of guard and handed over to the new ESCO. In today's segment, I'm going to be showing us quotes, but interestingly, it's going to be on the Ferris wheel. Yeah, a very resplendent Ferris wheel. It's very colorful. What do I expect anybody speaking to do? You just raise your hand to volunteer, and then we spin the wheel. Whatever number or question it drops on, I would reveal a quote to you, and you will tell us what your take is on that quote. As we do in Toastmasters, or as is our tradition rather in Toastmasters, I would like a seasoned Toastmaster to first volunteer and show us how this works. Again, with time checking, you've got 1 to 2 minutes to deliver the speech and a grace of 30 seconds to wrap up. Please pin the timer when you're speaking so you stay within time and we can manage time appropriately. And with that said, who is going to be my first volunteer? A Toastmaster? Anyone? I don't see any hands up. Is anyone speaking? Come on, it's really simple. Let's take a spin. You're not excited? Who wants to go first? Nobody. Wow. All right.
Toastmaster Olem,
Yeah.
maybe they are scared. Perhaps I can
No,
go first.
you go first,
Yeah.
huh? No,
Hold
I
on.
see Toastmaster Lushola
Yeah.
raise his
Yeah.
hands.
That's what I was
A
going to say.
leader who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Awesome stuff. So let's take a spin, Toastmaster Lushola, and let's see where we drop. Quote number 4. Let's see what it says. Quote number 4 says, "The sun doesn't rise to remind us of our regrets. It rises to inspire us to start afresh." The sun doesn't rise to remind us of our regrets. It rises to inspire us to start afresh. What is your take on this quote? Toastmaster Lushola, the vector lectern is yours.
Thank you very much. Tabletop Picks Master. The sun doesn't rise to remind us of our regrets. It rises to remind us to start afresh. There is an African fable that says every morning somewhere in Africa, the gazelle rises up knowing that it must run faster than the fastest lion, otherwise it will be eaten for the day. The lion also rises up in the morning knowing that it must outrun the slowest gazelle, otherwise it will go hungry for the day. Now, when I think about going to bed and rising up, what comes to mind is a fresh opportunity to do things and to do them better. Regardless of how my day has been, regardless of the efforts that I have put in, at the end of the day, I just want to be able to go to bed saying, I gave it my all. And when I wake up in the morning, it's a brand new start. It's a fresh start. It's an energetic start. I just want to do it all over again, bigger, better, faster, with greater outcomes than the previous day. And isn't that what the Japanese would say, especially around the Toyota mantra? You know, we call it the ikigai, right? You want to be better in increments. And so I don't have to be better all at once. I just need to make sure that with each start of the day, I am a better person today than I was yesterday. Back to you, the table topics master.
Thank you so very much, Toastmaster Lushola. I loved how you went at that. And what I want us to even remember is when he said, when I go to bed and I wake up every morning, I see it as a fresh opportunity to do something new and do it better. If you didn't take anything, I think that's something to note. And with that said, I'm going to come back to you, Toastmaster Luatoyi. Are you up for a spin?
Yes, I am.
All right. Let's go again. Okay, quote number 7. Quote number 7 says, "Each sunrise is a gift, a chance to create something extraordinary." Each sunrise is a gift, a chance to create something extraordinary. What is your take on this quote, Toastmaster Luatoyi?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Olem, for this amazing opportunity. Each sunrise is a gift, a chance to create something extraordinary. Speaking about gifts, this reminds me of another quote, which is quite similar from the Kung Fu Panda, where Master Shifu told Po, the Kung Fu Panda, that yesterday is history, tomorrow is mystery, but today it's a gift, which is why it's called present. It's very important for us to see each day as a gift, each day as a new opportunity to prove to ourselves that we can create something extraordinary. And when we hear the word extraordinary, sometimes we always think of breaking new ground, becoming the world leader, or writing a new book. It could be something as simple as going the extra mile to make somebody smile. It could be something as simple as doing a kind deed for your colleagues or putting a call through to somebody and making their day. It could be something as simple as reading one chapter per day, which I do. I read one chapter of about 3 books in a day, and I do some other things that make me happy. So pushing yourself, creating something extraordinary, like Toastmaster Olushola rightly said, is changing and becoming better in increments. Like I always tell my mentees, change is not perfection, or growth is not perfection, rather. Growth is consistency. If you're able to be consistent in growing, you will create something extraordinary every single day. So remember again, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is mystery. But today is a gift, which is why it is called present. Back to you, Toastmaster Olem.
Thank you so very much, Toastmaster Oluwatoyin, for going at that in that very resplendent manner. Here's what I took away, and it was that quote. So we hear it all the time, but I didn't even know it came from the Kung Fu Panda. Remember this. Yesterday's history, we can't do anything about it. Tomorrow is a mystery because we have to unfold. But today, you have today to do many things and start something you haven't started. With that said, I want the guests to volunteer. I really can't see the list of participants, so I need someone who is brave, courageous, to just volunteer to take up the virtual lectern. Any guests on the call wants to take a shot?
I saw, I don't know if this person is a guest, but Zoe Albert raised their hand while I was speaking.
All right, Zoe, are you available to speak?
All right. Hello, good afternoon.
Awesome.
Can you see me? Apologies.
I can see you in all your glory.
I'll try to answer the question. Yeah.
It's nice. So we're going to take a spin and it drops on a number or a quote, and I would reveal what the quote is. And you just give us your perspective on that particular quote.
All right.
So we are on quote 11, and it says, "The beauty of a new dawn is that it is a blank canvas for us to create our masterpiece."
Yes.
The beauty of a new dawn is that it is a blank canvas for us to create our masterpiece. What is your take on this quote?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and intending Toastmasters. The quote before me is, "The beauty of a new dawn is that it is a blank canvas for us to create our masterpiece." And it draws my attention to an Igbo proverb that says, translating it to English, it says, "Whenever a man wakes up, that is his morning." It simply means that you can start at any time and create your own morning. You don't have to follow through with, what every other person's, plan, or every other person's line up for his or her life. You can create your own plan. You can create your own list. And for me, I would say, if I want to translate that to me personally, I would say joining Toastmasters meeting for the first time is the break of a new dawn for me, because it's quite ironic that I'm a lawyer and I struggle with public speaking. I've always avoided the stage, of any kind of stage. It could even be morning devotion. I avoid it. But it sort of affected my career, because I decided to go for career options whereby I do not have to speak publicly. And I began to lie to myself that I prefer this career. So for example, I started to get interested in digital marketing when in fact I wanted to be a lawyer. At some point, I decided to face public speaking head on, and I decided to go for the career option that I actually like. It's been 3 years on that journey, and it's not really been a linear journey for me. I've had my ups and downs, but I would say it is my own masterpiece. And joining Toastmasters or joining Toastmasters meetings, because I'm still an intending Toastmaster, is like the cherry on the cake for me, because I'm now much more confident. I understand that this is a struggle that a lot of people go through, and people have also overcome it. I think that is my take on that.
Thank you so very much, intending Toastmaster Zoe, for that beautiful speech. She said, "Whenever a man wakes up, is the beginning of his own dawn. Thank you so very kindly. And I am very certain Toastmasters has illimitable opportunities for you to advance your public speaking skills, and you would learn and you would grow. So we can't wait to get you to become a Toastmaster officially and start your educational journey. Thank you so very much. And I would take one last spin, TMOD, if that's okay with you. Any guest on the call? This is for you. It's free pie to go. Who wants to go for the last spin? Anyone? Okay. I'm going to use my veto power as a table topics master to call on a Toastmaster. And I'm a bit biased because I like hearing him speak. So I'm going to call on Toastmaster Craig. Please, are you available to take this table topic? Can you hear me? Okay. To save time. Yes.
I would love to relinquish this spontaneous speaking spot to one of our resplendent guests.
Awesome stuff. Anyone? Let's see. Tiamodi, can you help me? Anyone who is a guest or you think is a guest on the call?
Yes, please. We do have Toby Loba Akimolu.
She's a Toastmaster.
Ooh, pardon me then. Is Cynthia a Toastmaster as well? I think so.
Cynthia, please, can you come off mute and attempt a table topic if you're a guest?
Cynthia is a member.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
We could have any intending Toastmasters in that
Yes,
house.
sorry, good afternoon. I'm actually in a meeting, a typical meeting, so I'm just trying to attend this online to help me to watch.
All right. Thanks for the feedback.
Well, I'm a Toastmaster. Yeah, I'm a Toastmaster.
Thanks for the feedback. DTM Harriet, would you like to take a go at this? Oh, I see. Is that Toastmaster Ifyok raising a hand?
I'll take it.
Thank you. Thank you. And one last one to go. We've done that one. We've done that one. Okay, quote number 8. Quote number 8 says, welcome the dawn of a new day with gratitude and a commitment to live fully. Welcome the dawn of a new day with gratitude and a commitment to live fully. Is this something that you would do? Toastmaster, if your virtual lectern is yours.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Oliam, our resplendent table topics master. And my own quote is, welcome the dawn of a new day with gratitude and a commitment to live fully. Yes. As it's said for Christians, we know in the Bible, it said, it is a good thing to give thanks to the Lord. And yes, it's important for one to wake up with gratitude in mind, because that will set the tone for your day. Now, imagine that you woke up with sadness or what had happened in the past day. I remember Toastmaster of the Day mentioned a quote, yesterday is history, tomorrow is mystery, today is a gift. You're not going to embrace the gift of a new day. You're not going to embrace the gift of a new dawn. And so, yes, it's important to wake up with the dawn of a new day. No matter how yesterday was, you just leave it where it is. Keep it as history. And then work with the gift that you have today. So gratitude helps set that tone. You're grateful for both the things you have, the things that you don't have. Now, I remember that I joined a gratitude community when I was sort of down. And in one of we just come there and we say gratitude. We write our gratitude for everything that is going on, whether it's good, is bad. Wherever you are, you're grateful for where you are. And I remember somebody writing a statement there. He said, I'm grateful for having the need of the moment, and that is having tissue. I was shocked. It's like, who does that? And then I just looked at it. Imagine that you have to go to the restroom, and after you're done with your hallelujah, you don't have a tissue there. Then you would know what it means to be grateful for something as little as that. I learned a whole lot from that person's gratitude. And so, yes, it helps you to stay committed throughout your day and even for the next day as you continue with gratitude. So thank you, and it's back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you so very much, Toastmaster Ifyok, for taking a shot at that one. And that's a wrap for our Table Topics today. And just to remind us, we had Toastmaster Olushola come on the lectern and tell us about having a fresh mind when he wakes up every day and making an attempt to do something better than he did it the previous day. Toastmaster Oluwatoyin came on the lectern and said, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift and we should make the most out of it. Intending Toastmaster Zoe told us that when a man wakes up is the beginning of his dawn. And finally, Toastmaster Ifyok has told us that it's important to wake up with gratitude in mind. With that said, I'll be handing over the affairs of the meeting back to the Toastmaster of the day. Thanks for having me, and it's back to you, TMOD.
Thank you so much. Please, could we give a virtual round of applause to our amazing and resplendent Toastmaster, Olem, the Table Topics Master. Can I see those emojis, those clapping emojis? Can I see them? Can I see them? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for hosting such an amazing and extraordinary, a dawn of a new beginning, a resplendent table topic session. Thank you for your innovation, for making that Ferris wheel very colorful. I wish there was some pounds, behind the Ferris wheel when we spin it. Once you answer your question, just say, ting, 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 you just won 100 pounds, But hopefully we'll be able to adopt that going forward, Mr. President, looking at you with side eye. Hopefully you'll be able to incorporate this into the next meeting. Thank you, everyone. I am very mindful of our time, and I can see that we are definitely eating into the time for the prepared speeches. I wonder, Mr. President, if rather than doing a networking break for 10 minutes, we could play a game, a virtual game for about 2 minutes instead, just to save us time.
Let's go for it, ma.
All right, thank you so much for that. Okay, so we're going to be playing a game, very simple. It's a scavenger hunt, and it's a virtual scavenger hunt. And this is how we're going to do it. Every time I call out something, you have 10 seconds to produce it and show it to me on camera. 10 seconds. Whoever produces the most items on my list wins this game. It might involve you running around your house, but you have to run around and be back here in 10 seconds. Are we ready? If we're ready, say yes. I can see you could type it, yes, 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 yes. You cannot say, oh, I have it here without showing me on camera. You have to show me on camera. I must see it. There's no black and white. It has to be on camera. It can't be. I can't trust your words. I'm sorry. I can't take your words for it. I must see it. The first item, like I said, we have 10 seconds and I'm timing us. The first item, once you have it, please show it on camera, unmute yourself and say, I have it, so we can see you and record you as the first. The first item on my list, are we ready, is a book with a blue cover. A book with a blue cover. Yes.
I don't have that.
A book with a blue cover. 5 seconds more.
I got it.
I have it. Got it.
I saw you first, and I heard your sound first. DTM Arets wins that round. Yes. DTM Arets was the first. She wins that round. So this is a game of speed and also a game of accuracy. So the second item on my list, a kitchen utensil for cooking. A kitchen utensil for cooking.
I'm not at home.
Yes, a kitchen utensil for cooking. For
I have that.
Those
You can use it.
we don't cook with that spoon.
No, you use it for noodles. You can't use it to cook noodles.
I have a spoon.
Elizabeth. That spoon is not a cooking spoon.
I got a spoon there.
Elizabeth. I can see those ITM Zoe it as well. Yes, all these small spoons we used to eat. You are now.
I mean a
you're
tray.
turning it around. You're now saying it's for cooking.
I have a tray with me.
Toastmaster, I want to cook with your tray. Explain to us. All right, the next item. This should be pretty easy. A photo frame. A photo frame.
Photo frame.
The Chidi, she's so competitive. I have one, Toastmaster Tony. See,
I have one.
my face.
Look at it. I have one.
I've got one.
I have one. I have
I
one.
came first. I came
I've
first.
got one.
She was the first.
I've got one.
Yes.
I love it. I love
We have
it.
2 more items to go because of our time. Next item. A candle.
See the way the Chidi ran.
A candle.
Okay.
A candle.
Very competitive. I've never seen anyone like that.
Candle.
A candle.
Can I check on this?
I have
5
one.
seconds to go.
I have one.
Oh God, I don't have a candle.
See my own.
TTM Harriet won this. I saw TTM Harriet first. She won this. TTM Harriet
showed mine. Toastmaster Tony, this is partiality. I showed mine. I want to beat the time.
Where you are,
at a hair salon.
I had to grab something.
Please, who has the candle?
Next, we have a pair of socks. This is our last because the time
I have it.
hiding under your table.
I removed the one I was wearing.
I love it.
I removed the one I was wearing.
All right,
Oh my
thank you
God.
so much for participating in our virtual scavenger hunt. That was very fun, and it's good to see that we have all those items lying around somewhere. I mean, so the rate at which that cooking spoon was produced, it felt like it was just on your table. I wonder what you're doing with a cooking spoon right on your table. Thank you so much, everyone. That was amazing. And now we're moving straight up into our prepared speeches session. And this is the time where we get to listen to a speaker who has prepared a resplendent speech for us. And they are ready to mesmerize us with their prowess, their attitude, the lesson, the motivation, and everything that surrounds this beautiful speech. And today I'll be introducing, first of all, the speaker's evaluator, who has been previously introduced. Okay, pardon me, Toastmaster Abdul Karim, the speaker's evaluator. If I could have Toastmaster Abdul Karim's, oh, that's a filler word right there. Toastmaster Abdul Karim's profile. Toastmaster Abdul Karim is the founder and creative director of African Guru Academy. He's the conveyor of Skills to Gold platform. He's a public health professional, a certified business coach, a mentor, and a trainer with focus on business branding and skills monetization. He served as Sergeant at Arms, Vice President Education, and currently is the president of ASO Rockstars Toastmasters Club. He served as PR manager for Division U and co-chaired digital communications for District 94 Toastmasters Conference 2024. He believes you should be able to earn from whatever you are doing and are good at. One of his favorite quotes, building a legacy from your skills is the legacy. Toastmaster Abdul Hakim, I would love to meet you because I also believe in making money from your skills. I would like Toastmaster Abdul Karim to please tell us the speech objective of Toastmaster Tobiloba, who will be speaking today.
All right, good evening, able Toastmaster of the day. Please pardon my background. We are having a maternal, newborn, and child health week campaign, so I'm in the field right now. Am I audible?
You're audible. Yes, please go ahead.
All right, so I'll be evaluating a speaker speaking from the Innovative Planning Pathway, Level 3, Project 1. The purpose of this speech is for the member to practice developing and presenting a proposal. Timer, take note, the speaker has 5 to 7 minutes to deliver on this speech. I will be back during the evaluation segment to give my feedback. Thank you, and over to you, the Toastmaster.
Sorry, I was muted. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abdulkarim, for that amazing introduction of the speaker, or the speaker's objective, rather. I will now be introducing our prepared speaker today in person of Toastmaster Tobiloba. Toastmaster Tobiloba is on the Innovative Planning Pathway Level 3, and this is our first project from that level. The title of the speech is The Undervalued Role of Presence in Attachment Theory. The Undervalued Role of Presence in Attachment Theory. She's the club VPPRO of PEC-10 Toastmasters Club, and she's a communication strategy. Our favorite quote is, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, not the end. Toastmaster Tobiloba, I wish you the best in your speaking today. Over to you. Toastmaster Toby, if you're speaking, you're muted.
You're muted.
Sorry, my speech title was revealed.
Okay.
So
might
Just
tell
go
us the
ahead.
new speech title?
So my speech title now is The Power of Leadership over Leadership. So if I am permitted to share my screen, or if you can see the background, it's there. Thank you. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. The power of leadership over leadership. A leader is one who caps, stifles, and represses. But a true leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. These are words of John C. Maxwell. A 2022 survey by Jobberman found that 60% of Nigerian employees quit their jobs due to bad leadership. To put into perspective, I was a victim of leadership. Back in 2021, I'd had to work with a sadistic boss, Thompson. He was the manager and I was the accounts officer. Thompson made me cry. I cried so much so that I burned out the cremains. Being the leader that he was, he found a way to keep me under a lead. He never permitted growth. He trampled on any creative effort. Ultimately, he thrived on bullishly keeping people beneath him. Thompson had plastered a badge that says useless on the skill sets and experiences I'd amassed over the years. He drained me, brutally murdered my confidence, and ripped the toga of resplendence off of me. I left the job empty, thirsty, and bitter. I was scarred. And moving on from Thompson, I carried around that scar, being overly sensitive and unnecessarily defensive, until I joined Toastmasters. I met wonderful personalities that have been carved out of deeply rooted values in the community. Most importantly, I met Olin, an exceptional mentor. I remember the third project in my level 1. I'd gone ahead to deliver this speech unprepared, even though I had ample time to prepare for it. To make things worse, Olam had secured me a spot in a different club outside of my club. Guess what? I went and I flopped. I felt like a national disgrace, a global one, in fact. I thought about 1,000 different ways to die before facing Olam's wrath. I'd mistaken her for a Thompson. To my greatest shock, she was warm. She gave words of encouragement, and as a seasoned Toastmaster, she gave constructive feedback. Her reaction left me cold with shivers as I watched the walls I had already put up quietly crumble. And in that very moment, the Toastmasters tagline made a lot more sense to me. A place where leaders are made. It was a life-changing, perspective-shifting moment for me. That true leaders did exist. That there are people in this world who are willing and patient to nurture others to reach their full potential. Now, in this room, I want to believe we have leaders and not leaders. But if peradventure you find yourself tilting towards the other side, it is time to make a switch. Think about the legacy you want to leave behind. Do you want to be a Thompson or do you want to be an Olam? To be a true leader or to transition from leadership, capping, stifling, to transition from leadership to leadership, I propose these 3 powerful steps. Number 1, develop humility. It takes humility to be a leader who is conscious and sensitive and attentive. Number 2, embrace a growth mindset. Number 3, seek mentorship. My dear Toastmasters and guests, what is it going to be going forward? Leadership or leadership? Please leave me your answers in the chat box. If you've chosen true leadership, I want to charge you to commit to these 3 things going forward. That in 3 months from now, you will find your why. You will lead from your heart, and you will inspire others to find their purpose. Nelson Mandela said, leadership is not a title, it is a behavior. And it's back to you to toast myself today. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tobiloba, for that amazing, resplendent, extraordinary speech. Leadership is not a title. It is so what? Listening evaluators?
It's a behavior.
Yeah, exactly. It is a behavior. Apologies, I have gone ahead of myself and did not ask for table topic evaluation, which we will now be doing before we go ahead to take the speech evaluation and other parts of the meeting. Could we please vote for our better speaker for the table topic session? We have the poll right now on our screen. Please vote for the better speaker, and we will now take the table topics evaluation, which will be done by our incredible Toastmaster DTM Chidi. She will be evaluating the table topic session, and from there on, we would go on to do other parts of the evaluation. Thank you once again for that amazing, resplendent speech, Toastmaster Tobiloba. And DTM Chidi is an extraordinary Toastmaster. You could see her in action when she came alive during the scavenger hunt, looking for what she did not have. And she's just a burst of joy. She's a resplendent Toastmaster, a leader, a true leader, not a leader, but a true leader. She takes every day as a challenge to be better and to make everyone better. You can also understand why I'm speaking off the cuff is because I don't have the TM3D's profile on my screen, but I can tell you from my interaction and relationship with her that she is an extraordinary, well-achieved Toastmaster and individual who has led in various capacities at Toastmasters and beyond. She has over a decade membership and she's won multiple awards, served in various roles. She's currently the financial manager of District 130. She loves volunteering, movies, dance, combat sport. Her favorite quote is, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. She says, why Toastmasters? Why not? Toastmasters unlocked my voice, faded my fears, and made my Kaizen my greatest story. Made Kaizen my greatest story. Over to you, DTM Chidi, for the table topics evaluation.
Thank you very kindly. Toastmaster Tony, Toastmaster of the day for today's meeting. I must confess that you look resplendent this afternoon. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, the table topic section has happened, and you will agree with me that that was an absolutely enthralling segment. Our table topics master came up with indeed an innovative way of coordinating that session. I dare say that that was a new dawn in facilitating a table topic segment. Madam Table Topics Master, I love how you looked resplendent with a smile and you had a welcoming look, a welcoming smile on your face. You had a welcoming tone. You introduced the table topic segment. You let us know what we should expect from the segment. Introduced the wheel of probability, which to me was almost the highlight before I heard the questions that you had for the speakers. I love that you asked for volunteers because there was already a level of uncertainty and perhaps excitement with the wheel. Asking for volunteers gave some level of authority to the participants to know that, look, I am the one deciding to speak, and whatever question that I get, I will deal with. So thank you for that. I would recommend, because at some point we delayed, there was a long delay because no one was volunteering to speak. And I reckoned because they didn't know what was waiting for them on that pole, on that wheel. I would recommend in future, if you perceive that there is a delay in getting volunteers, you could go right ahead and call on a Toastmaster who doesn't have a speaking role to take up that first slot, because that will give others an opportunity to see what is in store for them and perhaps will encourage them to volunteer. There was something you did that I loved, Madam Table Topics Master. You employed active listening. And how did you display this? You reiterated the highlights of each speaker's speech. Not only did you do that immediately after their speeches, you did that in your summary when you were closing out the segment, and you left us with the key message from each speaker. If anyone in the audience had not listened to the speakers or had missed out on any part of their speeches, they would take home the key message from each speech. So thank you very kindly for coordinating and facilitating that enthralling and intriguing table topic segment. Our first speaker, Toastmaster Olushola. Toastmaster Olushola, I loved, first of all, that you started with that inspirational thought of letting us know that the sun does not rise to remind us of our regrets. Rather, it rises to what? To inspire us to start afresh. So you tied this to the quotes that you were given. And I loved how you married both of them. I love that you use the personal story, because personal story help us connect with our speakers and our audience on an emotional level. And if you're able to connect on an emotional level, everything you say will be taken hook, line, sinker. And that's something that you did beautifully. I also love that you let us know that when you wake up, you see each dawn as an opportunity to do something remarkable and not really worry about what had gone wrong the day before. So zero regrets and huge gratitude potential. So thank you for that. And thank you for tying this to the Ikigai, which is the Japanese secret to what? A long and happy life. The fact that you mentioned the Kigai and you mentioned Japanese, say it's a Japanese concept. Anyone who wanted to know more about that, we can go now and research. My recommendation for you, Toastmaster Olushola, is infuse more vocal variety when you speak so that we can go through all those emotional roller coaster when you're speaking. Particularly when you mentioned the Japanese Ikigai, I would have expected some sort of an elevated pitch in your tone to let us understand that this is something that you want us to pay attention to. But overall, I thought that was a beautiful delivery and a resplendent speech. Thank you very kindly, because I do believe that you spoke with oomph and you spoke with panache. Thank you, Toastmaster Olushola. Toastmaster Oluwatoyin, our beautifully looking and enthralling, resplendent Toastmaster of the day. I loved how you tied your quotes to a memorable line from a movie, The Kung Fu Panda. And the fact that the table topics master said, look, I've been hearing this quote and I never even knew where it was from. The truth is, not everybody knows where that quote is from. And for those of us who are perhaps, well, people like me, who would have to watch these cartoons, whether you like it or not, and then you hear this quote, it just shows a level of perception that you display. Because it's not everyone who's watched Kung Fu Panda would have picked on that quote. But I loved how you tied it to the quotes that was given to. And I loved how you closed the loop of your speech. That is something that a spectacular speaker does. You started with that quote, tied it to your quote to speak to. You went ahead and you exhibited audience awareness. You exhibited active listening by referring to a statement that the speaker number one made. I love that you used the rule of three when you spoke. And you did this when you were telling us that doing something extraordinary doesn't have to be something huge. It could be something minimal, something minute. And it was at that point to employ the rule of three, when you said it could be reaching out to someone, it could be reading a new book, it could just be an exhibition of gratitude. I love that rule of three. Well done, Toastmaster Toyin, and well done for having a clear speech, body, opening body and closing the loop, like I said once again, on your speech. Well done, Toastmaster Oluwatoyin. Intending Toastmaster Zoe, I dare call you intending Toastmaster Zoe, because you're not a guest anymore. Toastmaster, I'm already calling you Toastmaster Zoe. Please, after today's meeting, just sign up. Because do you know what you did? I felt that you gave us an icebreaker speech within a table topic segment. And how did you do this for me? I loved, first of all, that you made the speech your own by infusing a quote that is said in our local palace. Something about whenever a man wakes up is his morning. And that in itself is valid. It means that whenever you wake up, whenever you start something, is when that is basically what your starting point, your opening point. But you told us about yourself. You used a personal story. You told us that this was your first Toastmasters meeting. You told us that you're a lawyer. You told us about your fear of public speaking. You told us how this is a new dawn for you and how you have taken that step to say, you know what, I will fight and I will own my fears. I will break out of my cocoon and I will be a spectacular communicator. Toastmaster Zoe, I love the fact that you volunteered. I love the fact that you owned the stage. Your video was on, just like our first two speakers. And you spoke with a level of confidence that is rare to see in an intending Toastmaster. I will challenge you to join Toastmasters after today, so that you will be able to have a mentor who will guide you through the steps and be able to know what, add in those extra elements that will position you as a spectacular and resplendent speaker. Toastmaster Olem, you showed up like an Amazon.
When we were waiting and saying who will build the car, you showed up like an Amazon and said, here I am. It's a new dawn. I'm about to build the car. Toastmaster Olem, I loved how you took on the stage. I loved how you also started with a phrase about giving thanks to the Lord and tying it to Christianity. I love how you told us that our disposition in the morning is what sets the tone for the day. Which means what? That when we wake up with a grateful heart and we're appreciative for the things we have, then we will be able to have what? A beautiful and resplendent day. But if we wake up with agony, we wake up with regrets, we wake up with negative feelings, that will set the tone for the day for us. It means that throughout our day, we will probably suffer, not because the day is terrible, but because of our disposition to that day. Toastmaster Olem, I loved how you also tied and keyed into the quote by Toastmaster Toyin. I say that quote is a winner because you keyed into it. The tabletop Master keyed into it, and I'm sure she has that in her pocket somewhere because she's going to use it after today. But you keyed into that quote and you let us know that yesterday is what? Is the past. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is the gift. Today is a gift, which is why it's called the present. I loved how you brought us, you grounded us, and made us understand that gratitude is important. I love how you shared your personal story. And that personal story was one that showed your vulnerability. Telling us how you joined a gratitude community when you were at a low point in your life. Letting us know the importance of gratitude. Being grateful for the little things, even a tissue. And I love how you infuse humor. Hallelujah. Nobody wants to be at that point where you finish number 2 and you do not have something as tiny as a tissue. Overall, our 4 speakers spoke with the beauty and the panache of spectacular speakers. I enjoyed the sights and the sounds of all of them because they had their videos on. And our Table Topics Master brought it all home by encapsulating the key highlights of their speech into her closing remarks as she handed control back to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much, everyone, to the participants, to the listeners. Madam Toastmaster of the day, I now give control back to you.
Thank you so much. The ever resplendent DTM Chidi. Thank you for breaking down the evaluation into something that can only be called a masterclass. Well done to you. Congratulations to all the speakers once again. We move quickly into the evaluation of the meeting. It's been an amazing one. I've had fun. I've laughed. I've learned. I've watched great speeches and great speakers come on board to mesmerize us with their resplendence. I'm sure I'm going to win the word of the day. You can tell that I'm very intentional. Every 2 line I use the word. If I'm not winning it, there's going to be a virtual riot today. But just so you find out that I won, indeed I won, I'll now hand over the virtual lectern to the general evaluator to confirm my suspicions. Yes.
What a splendid moment there. I see you try to win the word of the day, which is resplendent. And I don't know if you're going to win the word resplendent, because right now I think I'm on a roll to beat you. And I still have more speaking time. I like the competitive nature. Now for our next speaker, which is who will be our evaluator for our only speaker for the day. That is Toastmaster Abdul Karim.
All right. Good evening, resplendent general evaluator. Let me use that. I want to key into the trend. All right. I have the singular privilege of evaluating the only prepared speaker for today. Okay. The power of leadership over leadership. That's catchy, I must say. He gave us the definition of leadership, leading by placing your followers under a lead, and leadership by knowing the way, going the way, and showing the way. I love your storytelling. You talked about working with a leader that tramples upon every skill of yours, every innovation. Thompson, Mr. Thompson, I believe, tramples upon that, and to an extent, you had to leave the job. And in joining Toastmasters, you met Toastmaster Olim, who happened to be your mentor. You gave us a scene where you went out to deliver a rendition and you performed poorly. You're expecting a hammer, but rather you got the soft CRC in the Toastmasters context. And this showed you that Toastmasters live truly to their Toastmasters, which is making leaders, where leaders are made. I commend your storytelling skills. You are an amazing storyteller. I love your transition. You had a smooth body opening that connects with the body that started your speech and a powerful call to action. I love your innovative background, depicting your speech title, your confidence, and your hand gesture. We are amazing. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes.
All right. So as a recommendation, your opening, I believe we could do more with that. You opened and you were responding to the Toastmaster of the day, correcting your speech title. Some way, somehow, we could have done that without affecting the power of your speech. I expected a more powerful opening. You can infuse and tell us about the change in your topic along the line without creating a diversion and a fuse that disrupted the start of your speech. Then you had a powerful background that would have served as a point of emphasis, like a prop, or you did not utilize the background at all. So I felt you could have done better with that. Then you gave us steps to being a good leader. This is part of the commendation: humility, growth mindset, and seeking mentorship. With this, you'll be a powerful leader. I love your quotes, your ending quotes, which is leadership isn't a title, it is a behavior. I commend your speech. Your speech objective was met. And I would say, please do keep speaking. You are a powerful speaker and your voice is meant for the global stage. Over to you, the general evaluator. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Abdul Karim. I like your name because it's easy to pronounce. I don't have to struggle. Now for this is the moment that our Toastmaster of the day has been waiting to find out if she indeed will win the word of the day, which is resplendent. Let's see if she won that word, resplendent. All right, our grammarian has the virtual stage. That's Craig, in case Craig is he here? Craig? Who do I see, Craig?
I'm trying to log in on my second device.
Oh, okay. Maybe do you want me to let somebody else speak while you do that?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's resplendent. So while he's doing that, see how I did that? Toastmaster of the day. I will have our counter. Yes, our counter tell us if we use any fillers today. I hope I'm not on your list.
Absolutely not. All right. So I'm so enthralled by LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club. Trust me, it's quite surprising. People made my work sort of easy. I only caught 2 people using the pause fillers, and that is TM Olusola when he said, "Isn't that what the Japanese will say?" And our beautiful TM Zoe, when she said she used twice and once in a statement, is not ready being Aside that, we did very well. And it was really resplendent. Trust me, LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club, thank you for making my work easy. And it's over to you, General Evaluator.
What a resplendent report you gave us. I don't think our Toastmaster of the day is going to win this one. See, that's why it's good to be a general evaluator. You get the last word in. Now I'll get our listening evaluator to share her report as well.
Thank you, General Evaluator. It has been a resplendent, inspiring, and well engaging moment. I had a field day, and I believe we all had a field day. So I'm here to test how well we've listened today. So who said, I am a better person today than I was yesterday?
Toastmaster Lushola?
Shola.
Yeah, that is correct. The next one is who said leadership is not a title, it is a behavior.
Toastmaster
Toastmaster
Tobiloba.
Yeah.
So who said push yourself and doing something better in increments?
Toastmaster Oluwatoyin.
Yeah, that's correct.
Is it?
And who said is the cherry on the cake for me?
Intending Toastmaster Zoe.
That is correct. And finally, who said I'm grateful for having the need of the moment?
Toastmaster Ifyo.
Toastmaster Ifyo.
Yeah, that is correct. Thank you all. You've demonstrated that you listened well during the session. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you for that resplendent report. I'm milking this one. Now for our grammarian who's going to tell us who won the word of the day. So I'm not sure if you're ready, Toastmaster Craig. In most cases, I'm usually competing with DTM Chidi for the word of the day because she's really good. But I think today she might be maybe second or third. It's fun. Toastmaster Craig, are you ready or do you need a bit? Oh, there you are. All right. Drum roll. You have the virtual stage.
All right. Distinguished Toastmaster Harriet, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, excellent. Thank you most kindly. Fellow Toastmasters, lend me your ears. First of all, I was enchanted by our use of adjectives. For instance, Toastmaster Twain used the word radiant. Toastmaster Olushola used the word energetic when he said energetic starts. Distinguished Toastmaster Chukwudimado used the word spectacular. What a descriptive adjective. Regarding Prudency, excelled in the way she vocalized the adjective competitive as opposed to competitive. Please give me the thumbs up if you can hear me. Am I audible?
You are.
Am I audible?
You are audible.
Absolutely.
Right, Toastmaster Mercy pronounced the adjective competitive with surgical exactitude. Not competitive, it is competitive. Tobiloba additionally vocalized the verb develop properly. Develop, not develop. Regarding mispronunciations, fellow Toastmasters and guests, lend me your ears. See, the adjective useless is not useless, but it's useless. Useless, according to the Cambridge English Pronouncing Dictionary, which was first published in 1917. And then it's not exactly prowess. It's a noun. It's not prowess. This word has 3 three pronunciation possibilities. And what are they? Number one is prowess. Number two is prowess. Number three is prowess. 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 I'd like to conclude my evaluation by mentioning that Toastmaster Tobiloba impressed me the most with the way she used a vibrant volley of vivacious vocabulary. For example, she said, brutally murdered my confidence. What an imaginative way to engage the English language, as well as life-changing, perspective-shifting moments, using two compound adjectives to describe the noun moment is absolutely resplendent. Regarding our use of the word of the day, Itiamare 3 times, Ifiok 3 times, Olasimbo 3 times, Salamatu once, Lizzie once, Chi 3 times, Toastmaster Olem twice, Toastmaster Lushola once, Itiam Chidi 6 times, and last but not least, Toastmaster Tony got a whopping 8 times. And that is resplendent. Toastmaster Tobiloba, please please communicate with me, and I can give you a soft copy of my book, Elevate Your Expressions. Well done.
I think it might be frozen. Yes, I think he might be frozen. Okay. All right. I guess TMOD, you won. I guess you didn't hear some of my bragging rights with the word of the day. All right. That's wonderful. Congratulations. See what happened with technology? You try so hard, sometimes it backfires on you. Well, congratulations. And you beat a DTM Chidi, who usually takes the trophy home. All right, now I'm going to get our timer of the day to share the report.
Aha. Distinguished Toastmaster Harriet, thank you. Even though I feel like you are keeping malice with me, having to call me as the last reporter. Well, it's been a resplendent session. Starting off with the table topic segment, I feel that we should have taken the timers report before the votes, because there is likeliness that one of the speakers may have overshot their time and they will not be qualified for the votes. However, for today, you can bet that we have resplendent speakers because all of them spoke within time. For the purpose of record, Toastmaster Olushola, Mr. President, spoke for 2 minutes, 4 seconds, while Toastmaster Oluwatoyin spoke for 1 minute, 50 seconds. And our ebullient Toastmaster, ebullient Zoe Albert, aspiring Toastmaster, spoke for 1 minute, 30 seconds. Then Toastmaster Hithiok spoke for 2 minutes, 18 seconds. The entire table topic segment ran for 16 minutes, 40 seconds. Though we gained some time during the game session, which was originally slated to last for 10 minutes, but that one ran for 3 minutes, 20 seconds. The only prepared speech we had from Toastmaster Tobiloba ran for 5 minutes, 12 seconds. So she spoke within time. Then the TM Shidi Shukudimadu evaluated the table topic segment for 10 minutes, 55 seconds. And our only evaluator for today, Toastmaster Abdul Hakim, his evaluation was 2 minutes, 50 seconds, well within time. And that is why none of you would disagree with me when I say we had a resplendent session today. I want to appreciate you for giving me the opportunity. This meeting was a fantastic one. I have learned a lot at LEARNTOR today. I have learned a lot at LEARNTOR. Perhaps that's where the name was coined from. Learned a lot. Thank you. Back to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you, Timer. That rhymes. Should be a poet. Well done. Now, I must say I had the best tag team today that made me look good, which is what you need as a leader. Pick people who make you look good. And I had a great tag team. And a listener as well, listening evaluator. So my role now is to evaluate how the meeting went. Whoa, let's find out. But I will start with my tag team and listening evaluator just to give them some uplift. Our timer gave us a good report and was able to let us know how we did. Great job. Areas for you to improve in the future, I would recommend is always keep us on time. If we're off, to maybe direct message our TMOD, tell her maybe you only have 5 minutes for table topics, as an example. And if we are voting, maybe post them online so that we know who is overtime, so that person does not be voted on. But overall, well done as a timer. You kept us on time. Grammarian, no, our counter, great job. We were not on your list, except the president, but he knows where to improve. So well done. So you gave us a good report that we can learn from because we're mindful. And the example you gave at the beginning, how one person sounds more confident than the other, added value on how we can speak better. So thank you. Our grammarian, the English doctor, though he missed all my other words of the day, it's okay. It's okay. But the report was well presented. I always learn a lot from grammarians all the time, how I can improve my English and my grammar. And there, your report was well presented. I don't know where Craig is. And I didn't see anything I could improve. I mean, your internet was off, but that's not your fault. Sometimes we can't help what happens within our environment, but good report. A listening evaluator. Salma, too, such great questions. It got me thinking. Out of the 4 questions you asked, I got 0, which means I need to improve my listening skills. I will listen more. I thought I was a good listener. So this is a good way for us to realize we need to listen better. Active listening is important. So thank you for that report as well. Now on to how the meeting went. I am in 4 clubs, so we don't call them sergeant at arms, we call them greeter. So if I happen to call you a greeter, it's the same meaning. Our sergeant at arms, Ola Simbo, what a great way to start the meeting. You set it off with a good energy. We were excited to start the meeting. And if you're a guest, you know this meeting is going to be amazing. So you really gave us all the things we needed, the national anthem and everything that we often do here at Toastmaster. And you then introduced our president, and thereafter, the president introduced our TMOD. Now, our Toastmaster of the day, she's so enthusiastic. And it's always great to have her as our leader of the day, our Toastmaster of the day. You confirmed you're enthusiastic, you had good transition, you're uplifting everyone as they speak. I can tell this is not your first rodeo. You've done this before. So well done. Areas for you that you can consider in the future is, fortunately, there were no changes in the agenda. So one thing you could, just as a point of information, ask, are there any changes in the agenda? In this case, you're okay, there were no changes. So that's one thing I saw that you could improve on. Yeah. Now, a table topic master, Olim, I think is her name, Olim. Great questions. They were very applicable. We will all learn from all the questions that you gave. And you also gave a good summary of all the speakers. Areas to consider is encourage at the beginning when you are the Toastmaster, just say, this is how it's going to go. Use the word of the day, have an introduction, body, and conclusion, so that anyone who's new can know, okay, this is how I'm supposed to present it. And also consider asking people with no roles, because I know you did ask one of our speakers who already has a role. So the idea of table topics is to ask, to make sure that anybody who doesn't have a role has an opportunity to speak. But overall, well done. Our DTM Chidi, she's always so enthusiastic. I don't know, I want what she's having, because she's always so full of energy. So maybe share that portion of joy, because whenever you're giving evaluation, you're uplifting everybody, you're making go higher and higher. How high can you go? I don't know, but you make us all feel great. Some of the areas that I really thought you did well is you gave specific examples so that whoever is speaking knows where they can really go and improve, and wherever they did well, they know they have to keep uplifting themselves. Areas for you to improve on, because I always have to find one or two things, is you did give evaluation to the table topic master. That's actually my role as a GE, to evaluate the table topic master. And I know it was a good evaluation, but to save you some time, maybe don't evaluate the table topic master. That's the one oh yeah, and one more thing. Because she's a DTM, I need to give her more things to improve on so she can be even better. Is when you speak, you're so enthusiastic, you use your hand gesture, you use your body language. What you could do is pause a little bit. For example, you could say, Joey, you spoke so well. Consider signing up for LEARNTORs, because you are such a good speaker. So something like that, just so that Zoe can know, oh, she's speaking to me. But if you go really fast, Zoe might miss what you're saying, and she'll be like, what did she say? I don't know what she said, because I have no clue. So just to slow down and pause. But overall, good evaluation. And our evaluator, Abdul Karim, you gave good feedback to our speaker. It was uplifting. And I know our speaker now will come back again and speak again. Areas for you to consider, you said, I expected more opening. I would probably revise that instead of saying I expected, because then she's like, oh, expected? What are you saying? Because our evaluations are a personal opinion. It's not everybody's opinion. Perhaps what it is, areas for you to consider in the future is maybe have a compelling opening that will grab the audience within the first 15 minutes versus saying, I expected you, because it almost sounds a little militant. But overall, it was well done. Your evaluation was uplifting. I learned a lot from what you gave, and it was good evaluation. I can't wait to see you evaluate again. I think that's everybody that I need to evaluate. Now, overall, as a club, of course, there's always room for improvement. What I've found, and I'm also guilty of that, I'm not going to say I'm not part of this, is our introductions are long. Yes, I need to chop down one, but I know one of I think is Ifyak. Your evaluation your introduction is short and straight to the point. So that's one thing I recommend all of us to do, maybe make them shorter, because in other clubs that I have been to, we never introduce the tag team at all. It's always just the Toastmaster of the day and the speaker. But in this, we seem to introduce every single person. But if that's the culture, which is okay, we just need to cut back on our intros, because it takes a little bit long, and then it takes away from the agenda. We all need to brag about ourselves, but let's find maybe 3 things about ourselves that we want people to know. But we're all very well. The bios are really good. Overall, what a great meeting. We're a little bit over, but overall, I learned so much. I always have lots of takeaways. I'm so proud of this club. I've seen it grow the last 3 years, and I see it continues to grow. And anyone here who's a guest, consider joining, because this is the club to be in. And I know there's some guests from other clubs. Everybody says that about their club. So, but today we're bragging about our club. So anybody who's a visitor, consider joining. Just throwing it out there. That's my plug. And I will give the virtual stage to the winner of the word of the day, Toastmaster of the day, Toyin.
Thank you very kindly, admirable, ebullient, confident, beautiful, and resplendent GE, General Evaluator, DTM Harriet. I'm very happy that the crown was not taken away from me. It will have been really painful after I announced my intentions and I lost. So that is a great joy. Congratulations to me and to everyone rooting for me. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing meeting. We've learned a lot. We've had fun. We've done all sorts, and we have all come to realization that a new dawn is every day, every chance we get to be better, and we will take that lesson head on. We will be better. We'll come back at the next meeting and do great things. It's been an amazing time being the Toastmaster of the day at today's meeting, and I would like now to hand the virtual lectern back to the president, who will introduce the IPP for a very short address to the team or to everyone. And I will be more than happy to come